Hey everybody, today we're going to go over how to determine the meanings of similes and metaphors. So just to make sure we're all on the same page, similes and metaphors are ways of describing things figuratively. They're usually comparisons to emphasize a trait of whatever the person is describing. So let's just kind of jump in with some examples. So we have a given sentence, the food on the porch was a magnet for flies. Now, does this mean the food was drawing flies or the food was giving off wonderful smells? Okay, let's look at this. Food on the porch was a magnet for flies. So if something's a magnet, like if you put a magnet up to your refrigerator, it wants to attach to the refrigerator. The magnet's being drawn to the refrigerator. So I would say that this is saying that the food was drawing flies. We don't necessarily know why, which the second one addresses. The second option of giving off wonderful smells provides a why, but we're looking more so for what was a magnet for flies means, which was drawing flies, and we're correct there. So moving on to the next one, Peter's hair grows like a weed. So our options are, is this saying Peter's hair grows slowly or does Peter's hair grow rapidly? Let's think about it. If it's his hair growth is being compared to weeds, do weeds grow slowly or rapidly? I'm going to go with rapidly. They pop up so fast. It would be a lot easier to manage weeds if they grew slowly. All right, here's another example. The traffic moved like honey dripping off a spoon. So our options here are the traffic moved away from the spilled honey and the traffic moved slowly. So this first option, what is that really saying? Doesn't really make sense. I'm not sure in what context there'd be enough spilled honey for traffic to need to move around it. It's taking the sentence we were given quite literally. However, the second sentence, the traffic moved slowly, that seems more reasonable, and that's the answer. And that makes sense because if you have ever dripped honey off a spoon, you can see that it moves very slowly, like the traffic it's being compared to. Dad's company is a well-oiled machine. All right, so our options here is, does that mean Dad's company is greasy or Dad's company runs smoothly? Let's think of a well-oiled machine. A well-oiled machine is in fact greasy. However, that's a very literal interpretation of this sentence. A company in itself is not a machine. More so, this is saying how the company is run. It's comparing that a well-oiled machine will run smoothly, and therefore Dad's company runs smoothly. The second one is our correct option. For another example, we have the girls ran off like rockets shooting into the stars. So we have two options again. Either the girls ran after rockets or the girls ran away quickly. So once again, the first one is not quite there, I don't think, because our original sentence says the girls ran off like rockets. It doesn't say that there were actually rockets. And then the second one feels better because we know that rockets shooting into the stars would be moving very quickly. So it's comparing that quick movement to how the girls ran. So the girls ran away quickly would be our correct answer. Then this is our last example of the day. We have the playground is always a zoo at lunchtime. And now, does this mean the playground is near the middle of a zoo or the playground is a place with lots of action? So the first option is the literal interpretation. The playground is near the middle of the zoo, but the likelihood of the playground being near the middle of the zoo seems unlikely. More so, this metaphor is saying that, like a zoo, the playground has a lot going on at lunchtime. So the second one is correct. The playground is a place with lots of action. And that's all I have. So I hope that those examples helped clear up how to determine the meaning of similes and metaphors.